We're going to talk about the potential bull run, when it could come. Again, no one's for sure. It's certainly not me. Now remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm never going to tell you to buy, sell, hold. Do your own research. Do your own due diligence before getting involved in any crypto project. And if anyone tells you that they know exactly when the next bull run is going to be, run, don't walk away from them as fast as you can. The way I look at it, we don't know when the bull cycle is going to come. Now, I have gone on record and said, I think that if XRP, Ripple wins their SEC, you go back, you guys have been on months ago when I first started doing these live videos. I was telling you guys, hey, I think if XRP wins their battle against the SEC, that could start to usher in the bull cycle. I think it's happened, but very subtle, right? There's still some, different factors we got to deal with, but that was a huge victory for crypto. And I think that, and jump in, guys, let me know what you think. But it's not going to happen overnight. We're not going to go from the den of the bear winter to like we're catapulting, right? Everything's up 10x, 15x. This is going to take some time. How long that is, I don't know. We start slowly getting more mass adoption. Recently, we just had PayPal come out. They're going to be adding different things to their platform, right, for digital payments and things like that. When do I think possibly, maybe we could start getting into it? I think that the possibility exists that we probably won't hit the bull cycle until 2024. I think it's going to be a slow rise, right? We're slowly building. So we won the court case, and now, other platforms are going to start adding crypto to their portfolios, and they're going to start adding payment options for crypto, and they're going to be starting to create different use cases with crypto. I think the more use cases we have, the better opportunity we have to get involved and start this bull cycle. We start getting more regulatory clarity. I'm not having a crystal ball in front of me. I'm not clairvoyant. I could be totally wrong. So don't come at me if the bull cycle comes later or earlier. Scott, you were wrong, man. You were effing wrong. Okay, great. No, that's fine. This is just my guess. This is just, hey, what my feeling is or my gut tells me. So if it comes sooner than that, fantastic. If it comes later, that's fantastic too, because it gives us a chance to DCA more if you believe in that strategy. It's going to be a different type of environment when we hit the bull cycle, guys. We all know this. If you were like the last few bull cycles, like the last one we had, this is the calm before the storm, man. So if you have dollar cost averaging and you kind of chilled on that for a while, you may want to consider, up to you, starting to dollar cost average into your cryptos again. When the bull cycle hits, it's going to start rising. You may not be able to invest as much because the prices are going to go high. The longer we're in the bear cycle, in this crypto winter, the better it is for us, because then we can accumulate more of our favorite crypto at a bargain basement price. Because when the bulls start running, forget that. Clearance is off, and we're going to get jacked. I want to talk about two. Do you think the bull market will be the biggest yet due to ETFs and crypto exposure? Yes, I do. I think that these ETFs are going to get approved. That's my thought. And when that happens, that's going to be a whole nother ball game. That's going to be a whole nother thing. The SEC I'm sorry, they're on their heels right now. They have some really bad PR. They lost the case. I'm sorry. Well, Ripple lost for institutional investors. Yeah, most of us, we're not institutional investors. We are retail investors. You and I, the common man and woman, right? Honestly, whatever, on that end of it. We got a victory with Ripple. Period. End of story. There it is. Get these ETFs getting approved. look out, because that's a whole nother thing. So yes, I think the next bull cycle is going to be the biggest one we've ever had. That's my opinion. Not a financial advisor. We may have crypto projects who are like rock stars now, may get decimated. They may not survive the bull run. Who knows? See, this is the thing, guys. We need to make sure, and I know you guys agree with me, right, is our expectations. Our expectations for what these projects are. We have to get out of our head and stop being emotional. We have to stop thinking, well, this is what I want to have happen versus this is what really will happen. This is what's physiologically possible, theoretically this is what's possible. Shiba Inu to go to $1 at 590 trillion tokens would be a $590 trillion market cap. That's all I got to say about that. Taking profits. Gotta know when to take profits. Now may not be, at least for me anyway, I'm not touching anything. No way. I'm not selling anything. Zero. I want to wait till, like, I bought in, like, Cardano at $1.19. What are we at, 31 cents right now? 30 cents? There's no freaking way I'm selling right now. I'm gonna stack and I'm gonna stake. I'm stacking and staking. When we're getting into what needs to happen for us to start getting into a bull run, what's possible, what's realistic, and what's not. Remember, if you are getting involved in community meme coins that just came out, be careful. High volatility, tremendous amount of risk. Let's start discussing possible situations. So, taking profits. Everyone's going to have their own method. Everyone's going to have their own approach to profit taking. I'm not. So for me, this is just me. All right. I'm not going to. I'm going to go case by case, project by project. Again, I'm going to look at and I'm going to figure, okay, what do I need? What does this project need to hit in order for me to even consider to start looking at possibly taking profits? Each project's going to be different, depending on where I bought in and where I've been CNAing in. Okay? So if I've been buying at 29 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents, whatever, okay, and I've been doing it like that, and I'll go back and I'll check, then that's going to determine how I go. Now, I started getting Cardano, and I've said this before, at $1.19 a token. I won't, and ever it's gone down, and I've been DCing, but still, that was my high point. So I've been buying. That was my, like, when I first initially got involved in Cardano, that was where I bought in. And it went up to like $3 at one point. And I still didn't touch it. And I'm glad I didn't. I'm really glad, because I think it's going to be even more, it's going to be more tremendous when we go into it. So, for me anyway, I've calculated in my mind, I won't even consider to start taking any profits until we're hitting $2.50. And even then I might wait. Right? And if I do take profits, for me anyway, I'm going to take them conservatively. Let's say I have 25,000 Cardano. I start selling, let's say, at $2.50. I might take 10% of my total bag and sell it. And then my next profit taking may be at $3.50. Then I'll take maybe another 10%. You see where I'm going here? And then if it goes higher, another 10%. But I'm not going to drain my project all the way out. So when we get to if we get towards the end of the bull cycle, and we start to come back, then what this is just kind of in my head, I might sell my position, put that money away, and then when it drops down again, which everything's in cycles, then start buying back. You can do however you want. Incrementally, you can say if it hits this, I'm going to sell 20% of my bag. Then when it hits this, it's just basically whatever you feel the most comfortable with. That's an individual decision. Dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out. And I think by doing that, it also gives you a sense, like when you take profits, it does something psychologically to you in a positive way. Let's say, for example, I held on to my entire bag of of Cardano. It goes up to $3, way higher than what I bought. You know, my first investment into it was $1.19, and maybe that was for 2 or 3 or 400. I can't remember, 500 gal. I can't remember now. Ever since then, 35 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents. We're in that kind of a range. If we got up to say $3 and I didn't sell any of it, and then it starts to drop again, psychologically I'm going to feel like I lost out. Because it's coming, right? We're going to have to deal with this at some point. Have a strategy right here, right now, where you've got the time to do it. Whatever that looks like to you. When you're taking profits, it's like a win. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Like, maybe you take $500 out and you do something with that money. Something fun. You buy you buy something for your office, or you go on a weekend trip with your wife or something. That gives you also a sense of abundance. When you have that sense of abundance, it changes your mentality. Now it's like, I didn't waste my money on investing in crypto. I took a profit. I'm making money. This money I put in, I'm taking out, and now I can do whatever I want. That's the idea of investing in the first place. You're putting all this money in to make money. Come on, guys. We just gotta look at it that way. We need to be straight up. We invest money to make money. That's why we invest, right? No one says, I want to invest money so I can lose. I'm just gonna put it in and I don't care about it, right? You want to invest money to make money. When you're in that position where you're making some money, you don't have to totally wipe out your entire portfolio. Let's say, for example, you made in profits $3,500 in profits. You don't want to drain that all out. Say, you know what? I'm going to take 20% of that. Or you can say, you know what? I'm going to take out my initial investment of whatever I put in. That's another thing people do too. You can be like, okay, I'm going to take my initial investment out as my profit. So you remove that $1,000 from your initial investment, right? And then you can do whatever you want to with it. Or, there's so many ways, it's endless. You can take money out and you can set it aside. From a standpoint of psychologically making you feel like, because it's a work. You're maybe you're working a second job to be able to increase your income, to be able to buy more crypto, to earn more money, to work less. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff that we are dealing with when it comes to that, right? Am I right? Am I right or am I wrong? So why not put yourself in a position where you are rewarding yourself for busting your butt, right? Getting that second job. Not going to Starbucks that once or twice a week. All right, taking that extra $20 a month, or going out to dinner one time a month less, and taking that $100 or $90 or whatever it is and put it into your crypto portfolio. When you're used to doing that, and I'm not saying that don't deprive yourself of stuff if you want to do it, or don't take money away from more important things like paying your bills, putting food on the table, paying for gas, getting the kids' school stuff. I'm not telling you to do that. Absolutely not. You shouldn't do that anyway. It's irresponsible. But what I'm saying is is you may be like, you know what? What do I have around the house I don't need anymore? Maybe I can put on a marketplace and sell it, and then take that money and put it into crypto. That's something I've done. If it's just lying around, if it's in good shape, that's a nice way to say, man, I could, I put this on the marketplace and I got $200 for it. Instead of blowing it on a dinner at one time, put it into your crypto portfolio where it's working for you. People who are wealthy, we know this already, they have their money working for them, right? So why shouldn't we do this? Well, I'm going to invest when I make more money. Okay, so you can't do $5, $10 a month. If it's like saving. Well, I'm going to save more money when I have money. It's like going to the gym and exercising and working out. The more you work out, the stronger we get. And then that builds more discipline. It makes us more motivated. It makes us want to work harder. All these kinds of things. Don't wait until, well, I'm going to make more money first before I start investing in whatever it is. Take $5, $10, whatever it is you want to do, and put that into something that's going to work for you. That's just my non-financial advice. But the bull market's going to come, and we got to be ready. You also got to be ready to hit that thumbs up button too, guys. Come on now, guys, hit that sucker. This is a discussion. This is not me just philosophizing and going off and doing. I want to hear a difference of opinion. And I want to hear maybe another's perspective that maybe I haven't even thought of. Biggest industries that are going to be rocking and rolling will be Web3 gaming, okay, and artificial intelligence will be a factor in there. That's my opinion. I think this next bull run is going to be the biggest one yet. So we need to make sure we're prepared. We need to make sure we have strategies in place that we know what we're going to do before it happens. And I say this over and over. FOMO is a mofo. When you're dealing with FOMO, your fear of missing out of everything, you don't think right. We're not rational. We've all done it. Oh my God, I got to get in now or else I'm going to lose it. No. Be calm, cool, and collected. When that bull market hits, there's going to be no surprises for us. Why? Because we did our homework already. We've been doing our homework. We've been studying. We've gotten our master's degree in crypto over the past 2 years. Okay? So when it hits, we can try to keep everyone else calm. Because we're going to be like, you know what? I've done research on this project, that project, this project, that project. You're like a fine-tuned research machine. When I first got into crypto, man, I was overwhelmed. Just trying to learn as much as I can. In crypto, it's like martial arts. You're never going to learn it all. But we can be the best students, and we can really try hard. And you don't have to be like the jack of all trades, master of none kind of a thing. You don't have to be a master of this, that, this, that, this. I think sometimes we get caught up into this headspace that I have to know everything about everything in crypto. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you're getting involved in a project, yes, deep dive. Know what you're getting into before you get in. Do your research. Check out the website. Check out the white paper. Check out the tokenomics. Go on social media. Go on Twitter, on Reddit, Discord, right? CoinMarketCap. Get all your ducks in a row. Figure out, is this a project? Do I believe in the use case? Maybe if you really got more time on your hands, you're like, okay, wait a minute. They are actually this crypto XYZ is trying to solve this problem by doing this solution. Is there anybody else out there trying to do the same thing? And if they are, how are they doing it? When you're able to do those things, you're going to be so much more calm and relaxed. You're not going to feel pressured. You've done all your work. You're dollar cost averaging in. You're not buying lump sum stuff because we've been buying in at bargain basement prices. We've been buying down here. So I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've gotten used to buying Cardano at 30, 35 cents, 29 cents for however long, year and a half. I'm not going to be rushing to go out and drop $500 or $600 on Cardano when it's at $1.19, $1.20. I'm not doing it. I'm doing it now so I don't have to. I'm not going to run out and be freaked out like I've got to run and get this Cardano now because I don't have to do that. Why? Because I got used to buying down here. And I've acquired my bag I feel comfortable with. So I'm going to be like chill. Like, all right, I'm going to still keep so maybe I'll keep my $20 a month dollar cost averaging in. But instead of getting 3 tokens, let's say a week, or instead of getting 60 a month for my $20, I'm going to be good with maybe getting, 15 or 16 tokens. Because again, I can stake too, and it helps me, it helps the ecosystem. It's a win-win. So that is just something else, and that's a whole other animal when we get into staking. When we start getting into when you talk about passive income, you talk about having your money work for you. If you're going to stake a project that's native, stake on that chain. Right? Stake with Cardano, stake with Polygon. If you do it on exchange, you're not getting all those rewards, guys. Coinbase is getting a majority of those freaking rewards too. You don't think they're not getting away scot-free, right? So remember that. And if you think I'm not sure, if you think I'm not sure, go ahead, stake some Cardano on there, and then you take a look at your returns. You take a look at your rewards and you see how much you get and see how much the exchange gets. You can easily just transfer your Gala to a Lace wallet, which is what I use. You can use whatever, okay? And now you're going into a stake pool, and now you're helping the pool operator, now you're helping the ecosystem. I'm not helping the exchange. Those guys make enough money. I'm not going to feed them any additional money by staking my crypto on their exchange. That's just my thoughts. Proper planning prevents poor performance, right? When we are prepared, it's like going in the ring. All right, you got a big fight coming up. Okay, you better get working out. And I'm not talking about just like working out. I'm talking about getting in fight shape. There's a difference. When you're getting ready for the big fight to come, which is the bull market, and I'm using not so much as a fight, but you got that coming. It is, because you're gonna have to fight a lot of different stuff, a lot of different influences, right? FOMO, you're gonna have to fight all kinds of crazy stuff coming at you. New projects cropping up out of the other way. You got to figure out, okay, is this worth my time? Is this not worth my time? Do I want to invest in this? Do I not want to invest in it? Do I want to stay in this crypto project? Maybe something happened. Maybe people from the developers from your project you've been hanging on to you've been hodling for a long time, they're leaving. Why are they leaving? What's going on? Where are they going? Maybe I have to leave that project now. You're going to have to fight a lot of different things going on. And also people around you. Oh, you got to get involved in this. Because there's going to be a lot of people who are new, who are going to come into the space, who don't really know a whole lot, but they're going off excitement. And they're frantic, and they're very emotional. And they're going to try to man, what's wrong with you? You're not getting involved in this project. They're so good, blah, 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 blah. And you're going to have to deal with very polarization, where it's like if you say something that's maybe a honest criticism, you're going to get some serious backlash because they've got those rose-colored glasses on. It's like being in love with someone who doesn't love you back, right? Oh, she's beautiful, she loves me. Dude, man, she's hanging out with your best friend. You can't see it. So you're going to have to deal with all those kinds of influences. This is a great time to get in shape mentally, right? And financially too, where it's like you can start working on like, how am I going to do my profit taking? Am I going to continue dollar cost averaging? Am I going to do? You have all these different things that when you start preparing for that now, when it hits, you will be ready. You'll be ready to rock and roll, and you could sit back and you could say, you know what? I don't have to worry about FOMO. I'm not worried about FUD. Why? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Fear is false evidence appearing real. A lot of people are going to spread fear. Oh, you're a FUDder, you're this and that. And a lot of times we'll hear this where it's like you may bring up a valid critique of a crypto project. That's valid. That's logical. It's like, wait a minute, there's something not right here. Oh, you're just spreading FUD, man. Get out of here. We don't want to hear that. All right. You're going to have to deal with that. But they'll learn. They'll come around. You know, it might take a while, but they'll get there. But you're going to have to deal with that. And if you're in a good headspace, you'll be like, okay, you're not going to let it roll off. You're going to let it roll off your shoulders. Getting ready for that bull cycle, it starts now. Actually, it starts when you first go into the bear market. If you're watching right now, subscribe to this channel. Be an extended family member. I can't tell you how much I appreciate everybody here. If you are watching and you're just checking me out, thank you for stopping by, for watching or listening. Hopefully, if you take one thing away from any of the videos I produce or any of these live streams, if you take one thing away, I'm going to be very happy, because that one thing could be something that saves you. Could be something that, you know, helps you make a decision or gives you more clarity. Or if you're new to crypto and you just don't know where to turn, getting some sort of like direction. Where do I go? You know, how do I do this? How do I do that? This is the channel you come to, because we are all in it together. When you diversify, this could be another hour. This could be a whole another hour we do, where we talk about what does it mean to diversify your portfolio. Okay? In a nutshell, it means to not put all your eggs in one basket, to spread out the wealth, okay? To not have all your money in one bank, but in several, right? So that way, if something were to happen, you don't lose everything. And also, when you're diversifying, so for instance, you may have money in Gala, you may have money in Sandbox, you may have money in God's Unchained, you may have money in, you know, whatever, Axie Infinity, whatever it is. That's okay. If you've done your homework and you want to spread everything out, because you may have one or two those projects that do great, the other ones not so much. And then you may want to go into like, okay, so now I've got Web3 gaming. All right, what are my layer 1 blockchains I want to do? What are my payment? Do I want to do XRP? Do I want to do XLM? Or do I want to do both? There's no law saying you can't. There's no law saying that you can't do multiple projects. That your loyalties, it's like I have to be one or the other. No, you don't. Your loyalties are to yourself and your family and your financial freedom. If it looks like good for you, then that's what it is. But if you put in all your money into one particular crypto, especially if you ape in. Aping in is just you're putting all your money in, you're not really researching anything. I'm just, oh, I've heard it's good, and you put everything in. And then it gets rug pulled. That's it. That could take you out of the game for good. Some people will never come back. Let's say, for example, you have, I don't know, $1,000. Let's say you have $1,000 a month that you can invest in crypto. And you have 10 different projects that are all over the place. Okay, so what I'm going to do in that month, I've got 10 projects. I'm going to take $100 and put it in this one, and you spread it out evenly or however you want, doesn't matter, in those projects, man, then it's like a really good balance. Or maybe like, you know what, I'm going to put 500 in this project this month, and I'm going to put 500 in this other project this month, and then next month I'll switch it out. However you want to do that, okay? But by doing that, it gives you some security, if you will, when you're diversifying. That's also setting you up for success in the bull cycle. Because let's say, for example, all right, we hit the next bull run. You got 10 projects. One project is up, I'm just using this as an example, 15%. The other one's at 5%. Okay, you're still up 20% where you were. Or maybe this one's up 10%, but maybe this one's dropped 2 or 3% because of some kind of factor. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, you're balanced out. It's not one way or the other. It's more even. And when you have that, it really just gives you a sense of calmness and security. Like, I'm not worried. Yeah, this dropped 5%, but this other project went at 10%. So I'm good. You know what I mean? And then, but again, then you look over and say, okay, this project that's dropping, what's going on with it? But you immediately take a look at that and find out, wait a minute, if everything else is going up and this one's dropping, why is this dropping? So that will require your attention to make sure there's not anything under the surface that needs to be addressed. Addressed meaning, did something change? Do I need to reconsider exiting my position, or what's going on here? Or maybe there's some other factors that don't have anything to do with the fundamentals. Maybe a news story came out or whatever. Okay? So you're going to have to deal with those as well when you're dealing with the next bull run is dealing with news articles, narratives that are being pushed. We've been dealing with this for 2 years, so we're going to be all pros, right? Crypto's bad. It's the scourge of the earth. It's a scam. It's a Ponzi. It's all this other kind of stuff. So when you're prepared for that, it's not going to be a surprise. And you're not going to be reeling. You're like, oh, okay, well, all right. Oh, I see. This is from a story that came out from before. I'm not worried about it. But just something to think about. So when you diversify, it also helps you with your risk tolerance. Because I don't know about you, but I do not want to put all my crypto in one project. It doesn't make sense. It's not setting you up for success. Because again, if you have 10 different projects versus 1 or 2 projects, and you have those 10 projects go up 10% each, dude, you're up 100%. Whereas if you have one project that only goes up 5%, then you see what I'm saying? So that's another thing to consider. Calm, cool, collected in crypto, baby. That's the idea. Just make sure that you're also being safe from the standpoint of security. A lot of stuff going to go on. Once we hit the bull run, there's going to be a lot more scams we're going to have to deal with. And we need to make sure that's a whole nother topic for another day. But again, never give out your seed phrases. I don't think it's a good idea to share how much crypto you have. You don't know who's listening. And from a standpoint, if I say, yeah, if I've got 100 ETH in my ledger wallet at home under my bed, probably not a good idea. When we first got into crypto, at least for me anyway, it was, whoa. Like, it was just like, I felt like I was on the top of this speeding train just going 100 miles an hour all the time. And getting up in the middle of the night, checking my phone. Okay? I feel a lot more confident now. And I kind of live in the crypto world now. So I feel a lot more calmer and more confident. So that's something, the more you study, the better you're going to get, and the less stressed out you're going to be. Thank you guys for being here tonight. And those of you who are watching, thank you for watching after the fact. And if you have any questions when this posts, put them in the comments section. Okay? Put them in the comments section, and I will answer every single one of your questions. So, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this live stream. It was epic. You guys made it that way. I hope everyone has a great evening. And remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps. I'll see you guys soon.